Hi everyone, this is Jeff, one of the co-hosts from the Seaquest Podcast, and this is our first ever supplement to the Seaquest Podcast, a video supplement, I guess maybe even a video podcast or something, which we'll be posting on our YouTube channel. And I thought maybe I'd put one of these out here now that we've kind of started on the Seaquest Podcast. We're into our third podcast, and I thought it's a great time now to kind of start up the next part of the Seaquest Podcast. So I thought I'd put out a little short video. This one will just be a short little video, and I'll talk about a few of the Seaquest kind of collectibles or items that I presently have. I'll just talk briefly about them. I'm going to go more in depth with them in later video supplements, but I just thought I would lay a few out. Over time, I'll probably over the podcast, I'll look to collecting some more Seaquest items, review them on the podcast, review them on these supplemental shows, and just kind of let the listeners know a little bit more about what's out there for Seaquest. There's not a lot out there, but there are a few items, and I thought that this podcast is fun to talk about Seaquest, but I also wanted to kind of talk a bit more about the collectible side of things, since I'm a big kind of collecting guy, and I thought that would make this podcast a little more interesting for me as well. So I will be back in a couple minutes, and I will have some stuff laid out on the desk, and I will kind of go through a few of the things that I have presently, and then maybe some things that we'll look forward to the future there. First up, I'm going to talk about a couple books that I have that I got way back when, about 20 years ago, when Seaquest was originally on. Like I say, I was a really big fan of the show, and they came out with a few additional novels, and I really wanted them because I really wanted more stories about Seaquest past what I saw in the episodes. The first one I'll talk about is the novelization of the Seaquest pilot. I'll show you that one right here. This is like I say, this is based off the pilot episode. Like I say, like most shows where they do novelizations, they kind of fill in some of the blanks which aren't filled into a movie or a television program. Like I say, it's been years since I've read this one, so during the podcast I will actually read through this book, and actually I'll probably also send this book to Rick and ask him to read through it as well too, and then we'll have a podcast where we'll discuss the novel of this book. Kind of one of the interesting things about this book, and I'll go into it more again, like say when I actually read the book and we review it. But one of the things is they actually have some kind of sketches. They include it says right here, includes 8 pages of the original blueprints. So I'll just show you a few of those right now. Like I say, we've got one of these, is kind of the probe, the VR probe. What else we got here? We got one of the Stinger, Seaquest shuttle. We've got the Dolphin Darwin's Aqualung. Then we've got another kind of shuttles, kind of underwater shuttle here. What else do we got here? We got some more kind of probes and spacesuits. These are just kind of drawings that they worked on the show, I guess, some kind of concept art. And then what we got last here is kind of actually the layout, the schematic of the bridge here, which is kind of interesting. Would have been nice if, it's nice that they included it as this book, but they're just such small prints. It would have been nice if they would have released these in a larger format, but I guess you take what you get, hey? So anyways, like say, throughout the podcast, I'll read this novel and then talk about it or review it. It's not a very big novel. It looks like it's about 230 pages, so it's probably a pretty quick read. You're probably looking probably I'm a slow reader, but probably I can probably read this within a few days. So like say, throughout the podcast I will. Originally when it came out, it was $4.99 in the US and $5.99 in Canada. The next book I bought, this one wasn't based off an episode. This is just kind of an additional story that they had, and this one is called Seaquest Fire Below, and I read this one as well. I read it 20 years ago. What it's about, I don't know anymore. I'll have to go back and reread it again. So anyways, I'm looking forward to that. Again, it's not a big novel. It's about the same length and size, 233 pages, so about the same as the novelization. So this will be another one that we'll read and that we will have, we'll kind of review. There's also another book out there which I don't have. I believe it's called The Ancient. So I will look for that one, pick that one up, and also I will read it and review it. Be back here in another moment or two with talk about a few other things. Next up is a discussion about some models. Because when Seaquest came out, they actually had some models for the show. They came out with 4 models. I will talk about 3 because I only have 3 of them right now. I will look for the other ones. But this first one is one of the deep ocean transports that we kind of seen on the show. This was kind of their kind of go-to type kind of shuttle. It's like a shuttlecraft from Star Trek in kind of my viewpoint. It's just kind of a working type kind of vessel here, which they use to kind of haul things in like that. And you saw quite a bit of it, a lot in the first season. Actually, I think I even recall, I believe memory serves me from a few weeks back or a few months back when we did the pilot that this was one of the first vessels that we might have saw as well too. So this is one that I will build over the course of the podcast. It was released by Monogram back in like say 20 years ago. It's 1/32 scale. Like say it is. I guess they say here scale model kit from hit TV series, highly detailed cockpit and cargo bay. A few more pictures. You got some pictures here on the side of the box. Looks like it's going to be fun. I like kind of the idea of the bright yellow colors and all that. So I'm looking forward to doing this one. We've got some more shots on the side. I'll do like an out of the box review when we get to it. Also here there's some other models as well too that are available to be built. And then that's the final box. Like say this was released by Monogram back in the 90s when Seaquest was out. It looks like I got this off eBay. I can't recall how much I paid for it. Probably around kind of the price that they've got here, $15, which I'm assuming is what the person who bought this, what the price was on at the time. So like say I will be this will probably be one of the first ones that I look into building, but like I say, this will be one. In a moment, I'll talk about another model. Up next here is another model that I have. It's called the Stinger, and this is from one of the episodes on Seaquest. This is the one where Lucas had kind of built a kind of a prototype submarine. We'll get to it as we get through the podcast. It was a first season episode, and this looks like it's going to be a fun ship to build as well too. Like say they have a little person in there piloting it. It's 1/20th scale, and like I say again, by Monogram. It's the skill level 2, so hopefully I can build it. Like I say, my model building skills are a little rusty. I'm working on some other models right now, but like I say, this will be another one that during our Seaquest podcast run that I will be building this as well too. So again, it was $15. Some details on the side of the box here. They got some little pictures of like of the ship. It's got kind of an interesting base on it, so that should be fun, kind of building the base, and a little guy in there. This one looks like it's gonna be fun too. We got the side of the box, some more artwork on the Stinger. Again, this one we see the different models that they released. Like say they released four different models from the Seaquest, and then this side of the box we've got some more artwork, so that should be interesting. And I'll be back with one more item to discuss for this video. The last one that I'm going to talk about in this video segment is, like I said, I only have 3 models. I don't actually have the Ensign Darwin one, but I will seek that out on eBay and get that one as well, because I would like to build all four of the models from Seaquest and have them. And this one, of course, is the one I was most wanted. This one was actually kind of difficult for me to find because there's not a lot of them out there anymore, and they can be a bit pricey. Like this one, I was able to find it on eBay and get a decent price on it, I felt. Probably paid, after shipping and all that, I probably paid around $45 for this, but like I say, it's a difficult one to find, and it's the Seaquest. This one I'll probably be I'll build the other ones, and then I'll look for the Ensign Darwin, and I'll build that one, and then this one will be the last one I probably build, because this is the one I want to do the best job on. It looks like also as well it's going to be very difficult. It got all this texture and all that on the ship, all that, kind of the multi kind of color, so it's going to take a little bit of effort, and then depending on how my skills are, I don't think there's a lot of lighting on it, but I wouldn't mind trying to light it up a little bit if possible. Like say this one is like say of the big one, the big ship, the Seaquest DSV. It's 1/600th scale, so it's I think it'll be a nice size ship. Like say it's quite a long box actually, so I assume that the model is going to be just about this length, probably just a little bit shorter. Again, it's from Monogram as well too. Like say they released it. Looks like say this one's got a nice little. It's got some nice pictures on the side too, kind of what the model looks like. I like that you can the back part of the ship. It looks like you can move the kind of the wings out, or the rudders or whatever out back and forth. So that's kind of cool, or maybe not. I'm not sure, but it looks like it's gonna be fun. Like say they've got some nice kind of airbrushing or whatever on there. I've seen on some of the forums I've been on, I've seen some other people build these up, and they've got some kind of interesting ways they go about it. So I'll probably go that way more so than doing this airbrushing, because I'm not sure if that really necessarily gets the feel that I really want to get. What else too here? We've got some more. This is the side of the ship. Some artwork on there. Again, the other models in the series. Like say, I don't have the Ensign Darwin, but I will make an effort to look for one and get one, and I would like to build it as well too. So that is the models that I presently have. There's other collectibles as well too, which I will, over the course of the podcast, I will look for those as well too, and like say and review those. But I wanted to kind of get this podcast or this video segment up, and just discuss a little bit about some of the collectibles and kind of what to look forward to for extras on the Seaquest podcast. I have to say that both Rick and I are really enjoying doing the Seaquest podcast and going through all the episodes, and fortunately there's 3 seasons of it, or like 2.5 seasons, I guess. So we should have plenty of podcasts to come. So like say, so hopefully, like say you guys will enjoy these additional video segments. Find that it adds a bit more to kind of the Seaquest, and like say I want to keep them interesting, and like say I'm really looking forward to, once I get into the model building aspect of this, to kind of, what I'll do is each model I'll kind of go through. I'll do an out-of-box review, and then at certain points while I'm building the model, I'll kind of do segments or supplement videos, kind of showing where I'm at, what I'm doing. I'm by no means a very good modeler at all. I'm not all that great, but hopefully over time my skills will pick up, and by the time I get to this one, Seaquest, that I'm putting out a real nice looking model that people will go, hey, that's a nice looking model. So anyways, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in for this video supplement, and as always, if you have any comments or questions, you can drop us a line at our website at seaquestpodcast.com. You can also send me an email at jeff@seaquestpodcast.com, or Rick an email at rick@seaquestpodcast.com. So for now, talk to everyone, and have a good day.